you're in the 7 years in business, and you've opened, let's say, 20 stores by now, including the Otto and the Jagger concept.
Yeah.
It's still very impressive. And the question I have about that is, how do you finance a thing like that? I mean, especially the first one. I mean, is it your own money? Do you have investors on board? How do you scale a business from 1 to 20 in 6 years' time?
Money is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And Rasmus was kind of the main investor
Mm-hmm.
on the first location. He owns classic restaurants throughout Copenhagen as well, and he had funds to invest in the first Jagger,
Mm-hmm.
and we built two, and then we started on the third, and we were approached by some of our friends in Copenhagen, and they suggested we should invest more in the concept because they saw potential, and we did as well, and we joined with the investors pretty soon after, like I think end of 17, so 1.5 years after we started. So half of the business was sold to 3 private investors.
All right. Okay.
And we have structured the finance along the way. They started out, and now we have some good agreements with the bank setup and so on. But it's a super important part of growing, because fast casual with platform sales and now a energy crisis last year, and produce rising in price. Like the finance and liquidity is very crucial to
Absolutely.
push what you want, instead of like navigating too stressfully. So
Mm-hmm.
so for sure it's a big part of it to have a very structured and strong finance situation.
Yeah, and if you talk about the investors, are they involved in the concept and in the food, and do they kind of demand a place on the table, or do they say, no, no, Christian, we believe in you. Here's the money. Just go and build this brand.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's a two-part story. So our chairman in the board
Mm-hmm.
is leading the team of investors,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very much involved in our strategic decisions and our daily do's and don'ts. And we have a very close relationship with him, and how we run the business.
Mm-hmm.
And then the others are kind of on the back seat and trusting the process. But it's 100% the team and I that kind of take the business decisions in the daily. Where are
Mm-hmm.
we placing the next restaurants? What are we putting on the menu? And how are we structuring ourselves? And how are we training our staff? And all the kind of core value decisions are run by ourselves. And
Mm-hmm.
the investors kind of sit back and trust that process.